back on these dreary, rainy days, thinking about the days of my past, how I'm constantly struggling to hold on to them like I am this little dog. And I think to myself, my God, this world's dark. That sounds really emo. Hello, I'm Knuckle Joe, and welcome back to Place of Dolly here. Childhood, one of the most well-reminiscent parts of our lives, where we physically and mentally ran free and dreamed of the future. Then reality kicked in, and we realized how gypped we really were. Taking in years of stress, and wanting so bad to go back to the easiness of our childhoods. But with pain comes wisdom. So here are some lessons you learned throughout all your childhood that you may not even realize. Let's start out with something that we've all agreed, whether we're from 5th grade, even into our high school years. Middle school sucks. I mean, think about it. Have you ever seen a kid, a little 5-year-old kid or something, say they really want to get to middle school? No, you don't. You know why? Because middle school is a horrible, horrible time in your life. Because you get all the pressures of high school, but without any of the privileges. You now have 7 teachers whose names you have to remember. You get rid of recess. You're continually under more stress with more classes on you. And then there's that awkward time in your life where you're inside there literally playing pinball yourself. That, my friend, is what middle school is. Moving on to our second problem, all math is the same. If you think about it, you haven't learned any math since, 6th grade year. The first time you figured out how to do formulas. Because after that, it's just,
today, class, we're going to learn to solve a problem through formulas. Today, class, we're going to learn to solve a problem through formulas. Today, class, we're going to learn to solve a problem through formulas. Today, class, we're going to learn to solve a problem through formulas.
So this is a warning going out to anyone who's thinking math in high school is going to be completely different. It's going to teach you so many new things. Nope. It's all just formulas. On to imagination versus opinion. When you're a kid, all teachers want you to have imagination. When you're an adult, all teachers want you to have an opinion. Think about all the projects you've had when you're in elementary school versus all the projects you've had in, say, 8th grade year of middle school or even high school, depending. If you really think about it, all your projects when you're in 5th grade had to be like, color this, draw this, make this, play this, say this, read this. Everything in that class was geared towards having you develop your own creative sense and be able to fully make something of yourself. And then you reach 8th grade and you write your first research paper. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have any creative freedom when writing a research paper. When it comes down to it, most questions they ask you are either, yes, I agree with this, or no, I don't agree with this. There's no real middle ground you can really research and do something completely different. It's either yes, and sure, you're gonna have projects that give you the illusion of imagination, like whenever a teacher says, oh, we're gonna do presentations, so make a board and make it very creative and make it awesome and make it just look beautiful. But here are your guidelines to what you can do in order to get an A. Yeah, that's really imaginative, isn't it? And one of my favorite things that kicks in, criticism. What do I mean by criticism? Well, remember when this guy held your attention for a large number of hours? Well, that's what I mean. As you get older, your opinions start to get more and more mature, and then you start realizing how really creepy this guy is in a huge purple dinosaur suit saying he loves children. Huh. I'm not saying all criticism is bad. Heck, you can love a show to this day. To this day, I still watch Ed, Edd n Eddy. That's still one of my favorite shows of all time. But then something like this happens.
Shake it, booty, quake it, roll it around. Go quake it, shake it, booty, quake it, roll it around. Go quake it, shake it, booty, quake it, roll it around. Go quake it, shake it, booty, quake it, roll it around.
And then you lose all hope for humanity. Look, life may suck at times, but maybe that's why we look to childhood so much. Think about it. That's why we yearn it so much, because we want to go back to those days of innocence and those days of being able to run free of our minds and run free in our bodies. Heck, the reason I hated 6th grade so much was because I was so confined into what made me an adult that if I even mentioned I liked a cartoon or I liked Barney at one point in my life, I would have felt shunned and I would have felt childish when everyone else is looking so adult at this time. And maybe that's why college life is so great, because at this point, you don't care. You're an adult and you're grounded into your ability as an adult that you can look back on your past with great fondness and ability. And, in my adult opinion, the best way to keep connected to your childhood is to keep your imagination and dream big. I'm Knuckle Joe, and
Shake it, bake it, booty, quick it, roll it around.
I'm gonna cry now.
I'm blue, da-ba-dee, da-ba-die, da-ba-dee, da-ba-die, da-ba-dee, da-ba-die, da-ba-dee, da-ba-die, da-ba-dee, da-ba-die.